Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, so bro, it sounds like join some clubs and meet some girls that way. Clubs with girls in it, I presume. No, nothing I'd join. And the dating apps, I feel like that's changed the game since I was in the dating scene. Like
Dating apps is a simple, easy answer for them. It's made everything easy mode. If you're looking for companionship, dating apps,
how
all there is
easy
to
is
it.
it to get laid? Right?
Very.
Like
Depends who you are.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
hearing it's like Amazon where you just go and sort of choose girls off the list and like girls fuck now?
Girls have to choose you back. And
Girls
if you're-
always fucked.
Yeah, they've always fucked, but I mean, probably
Yeah.
more now because there's no social, stigma to it than in the 50s or 60s. Well, 60s that kind of started falling apart, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but girls were fucking in the 80s.
Well, of
80s,
course, but
90s, sure, but
the
not
amount of sex
like
going up and up.
the whole first date thing. I feel like was much less common than it is now, or maybe I'm wrong.
Often go on a first date, but then there's sex right after.
Yeah, that's how it was often on Tinder, where it's like, hey, you want to go grab a drink? And
Yeah,
then
see,
because
so here's the thing. I think like just like for Woody's sake, I guess maybe. They don't want to come directly to your house because they don't know if you're insane yet.
scope
They
it
also
out.
don't know if they're being catfished. So everybody wants to meet somewhere first for like coffee or some drinks or dinner or something like that. Then if that goes well, we're going back to my house or her house if she feels safer there and she doesn't mind me knowing where to go to find her in the future. Sometimes they do. But yeah, it's you almost always kind of fuck on the first. If you've already arranged the first date, then the sex has already been discussed most of the time anyway. The first date is really, in my opinion, just to make sure that you're not a crazy person, B, you are the person that you like displayed in your pictures, and C, that there's nothing weird about you. I don't know, that they're not bizarre, like some sort of eccentric,
Yeah.
like you have BO.
You covered that with A, but I saw what you did. You needed 3.
I needed 3. I had to expand upon A little bit.
A, they need to make sure you're not a weirdo. B, they need to make sure you're kind of cool. And C, definitely no strangies. Yes. So in my experience with it, it wasn't always, fuck on the first date. Like you could tell and get a vibe pretty early on whether or not they were scouting you out to just fuck, or if like based on the conversation, oh, this person's looking for an actual relationship out of
you
this.
weed those out.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. So, but yeah, I had a great situation when I was living in the city where I was, because I'd set it up at this bar that was right next to where I lived, now out of business, stinks. And so it literally right where I live, same building, 20 yards down. Sit there, have some sushi, have some drinks.
Then you get them drunk and they can't drive home. And you're like, I'm 30 steps away to my place. You want to sit, maybe sober up a bit before you head home? Fish in a barrel.
That move's called the Cosby.
Yeah. Now I'll only live a few yards that way. So basically, yeah, it was a little bit. I would feel kind of creepy sometimes, where it'd be like, "Hey, do you want to come back, hang out for a while, have another drink at my place?" It's like, "Yeah, that sounds really nice." And it's like, "Where do you live?" It's like, "Oh, and we're here." So, oh, you live right here, huh? Yeah, it's just that place has the best Philadelphia rolls in town. That's why you ordered sashimi, bitch.
I love the Pepsi there. It's just well carbonated.
They mix it perfectly.
Also, why were you giving me all of your drinks?
See, I'm so out of it. The last girl I picked up was in the 90s. Took weeks or months to get laid, and it's tainted my I can't even fathom this getting laid on the first night thing that seems so common now.
I mean, there's been plenty of times where within an hour, of initial communication.
There's also that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like girls are on there sometimes because they want to fuck now. Right now. And they're like, well, I gotta be in bed in 2.5 hours. Let's see, we have sex for half an hour. Do the math. Average 45-minute drive, possibly. All right, I got to find a dick in the next 37 minutes.
I remember doing that like math myself, where like friends, it'd be like
You're
a
in luck.
Friday
Blue
night.
Chew takes half an hour to kick in.
It lasts for 36 hours, so you're always ready. And so like I remember like talking to friends or whatever, and they're like, "Hey Taylor, we're going to XYZ bar around like 10:30 or something." Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun. Oh, well, I got a Tinder date, one of the ones where it's like someone I've probably met up with before, and they're just coming back. And it's like, but they're showing up at 7:30. They're like, "Oh, come on, you can get that, you can blow that off." Then they come over, you fool around, get it all done and everything, and then you start doing like the walking around, like getting ready, like, "Oh, what are you doing?" I got dinner with my grandparents. It's like at 11. It's like, yeah, yeah, and I
They
can't tell
flew
you.
in from Osaka.
Yeah, they flew in from Osaka.
It's the early bird special time for them.
I'm adopted. You know, my entire family's Japanese except for me. Yeah. And so yeah, that was always a little more, but even that wasn't uncomfortable because they knew the drill too. It's not like they were coming over thinking that a hookup was a relationship. They like get it. Like if I went over to their place and they had some plans later in the night, it wasn't like I was gonna, "Oh, you mind if I tag along?" It's like, no, this is an understood thing.
One weird thing about me, I guess it's weird considering like the situation. Like I don't like to like hook up with somebody and then just send them on their way. I don't think I've only done that when it turned out the person was literally like scary. Like there's been a couple girls that I was like afraid of, like for my safety, or for them like telling some lie about like hurting themselves and saying it was me. Like they're so insane. I don't know. They might start a fire. They might shit in the floor. They might cut their own throat and like
destroy the toilet.
He had to block her, by the way. He's like, "I blocked her fucking number." She's crazy.
She's just a wrecking ball of a woman.
So, but yeah, I don't like the idea of like, all right, well, we're done here. Like, I like hanging out. I'm so stupid, but like, I do like the part where we just hang out and do like normal stuff, like watch TV or like go to dinner. Like that time that we got prostitutes in Houston, I fucked the prostitute, paid for it, then took her to one of the most expensive dinners I've ever been on. Why? I don't know why.
How was she dressed?
Like
like a hooker, but like a classy hooker, like a dress. She's wearing like a dress that was like a sequin, like a sequin dress that you'd wear at a fancy bar in a hotel.
It was kind of steakhouse friendly. Is that what you took her to?
She was dressed she was dressed fine. Like I took her to Fleming's. If anyone wants to look up Fleming's in Houston, it was a wonderful experience. If any of you are ever in Houston, go to fucking Fleming's. So good.
Didn't know how she was dressed. Like, like a prostitute. She had high heels with goldfish in them, really short mini skirt.
You've never seen a prostitute before, have you? No. In a movie once.
In the 70s, but yeah.
She was dressed like the kind of hooker who hangs out at the bar of a fancy hotel and preys upon the clientele who are also paying to be at a fancy hotel.
I just question the praise. I services the clientele, right? Like she's offering a service and taking money, and it's honest business, just sex work.
Unless it felt predatory.
Oh, felt predatory.
There's a lot of blood.
Well, that's true.
It's that story.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
usually predators don't donate their own blood, but okay.
Oh God, what a fucking nightmare.
So anyway, just use dating apps.
Yeah, dating apps or prostitutes. Man, that's easy.
I mean, go to church. Try it on hard mode.
Church?
Try it on. Try to get laid at church. We're playing this game. I play all my games on veteran, Kyle.
Speaking of hard,
go to the abortion clinic. Play it on easy mode.
I mean, while you're here,
you know what? You're technically right now. You're not even fertile.
No need for a rubber.
Yeah. I mean, one more stamp and you get a free one. You can have my card. Yeah.